Grand Rising Elizabeth.
Grand Rising.
Welcome to the Health and Wellness Show with your host, Deitra, Sister Deitra, and we have Sister Stacy. And today is July 30th. Oh my goodness. July 30th, 2024. Let's see. I think I got a message from Stacy. I need to find out what's happening with her. Oh, she said, I'll be a little late, obviously. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, but you know what? The sun is shining brightly. And how is it for you, Miss Joy? Is it
Oh, it's beautiful here. Beautiful, just warm. Yeah,
okay, yeah. It's
yes,
warm here
warm.
too.
It rained yesterday, so it's a little humid. And I apologize for not being on camera.
Okay. No, we like seeing the word joy. It looks nice.
I know, right?
It makes me smile too.
Yeah, I love the sun out. The sun
Yeah,
is
me
shining
too.
brightly. I was running a little late. I'm having some computer issues right now, so I'm just gonna listen in. I'm having some little
Okay,
computer issues.
okay.
All right.
I'm glad you're here in, whatever form.
Whatever joy we can get.
I know, right? Exactly. And Queen, I love your shirt. You got to explain what's happening on that shirt.
Oh, this is
Oh, that's pretty.
just my blackness, girl. My blackness.
I
Oh, I
like
love that,
that.
Queen. That
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna send it
cute.
to camera.
That is cute.
That really is
I'm gonna
cute.
send it to my vice president of the United States.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, yes. Everybody's feeling the hope again, you
Oh
know?
my God! Talk
I
about
mean,
a
it's
surge of energy. Oh my
yes, it's like a new day. We've coming up out of this darkness. It's really something.
It was gloomy. It was
Yes.
getting worse and worse. It
Right.
was like, oh my God, 4 years. Oh Lord. Mm-mm-mm. But
Wow.
yeah.
But we still have to get out and show up and show out, you know?
Oh
That's
yeah.
It's not locked in yet, you know? We still got
It's
to get out and do our part.
yeah. It's locked in our hearts. It's locked in the spirit.
All right.
It's a
all
thing
right
to do.
now.
All we got to do is walk it out. Just
Walk it out.
like
I love
Right.
that, Queen.
walk your butt to
Pose.
the polls or send your papers in. But I think Friday we're gonna share. I'm gonna share where I'm not sharing it, but there was something that I found where it breaks down those 25 law rules, the 2025 thing that they keep
Okay,
talking
yes,
about.
yes.
Oh my goodness, I found a video where this sister breaks it down in such a creative way.
Uh-huh.
A creative way that I'm like, how does she know all this? She must live it and breathe it, and her execution of and demonstrations of each one's really shows you what really would have happened.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
That does sound
Really.
that does sound interesting. However, you know, I strive not to focus on that energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it's just so, and I understand, you know, it's like like a friend of mine was like, well, I'm gonna get those laws. I said, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you won't be able to sleep.
You know, when the way she does it is so
Eloquent.
it is so cool. She's yeah, wait till you see it.
Okay, what day are you doing that?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah. And then I found the video as well. I don't know. Do you have a guest tomorrow, Boo? Evelyn?
Mama Evelyn, you're on mute.
You mean Thursday? Yeah, no one's contacted me. I've sent the letter to a couple of people. No one's contacted me for now.
Well, I have a video from Aaron from what I was talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it'll have all of us like on cloud, like what? What? I love you, God. I love you. Joy, are you in the class?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting. Yes, I am. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, well, I want to let you all know last week I was in Missouri, um, the state where Joy is. And I had a wonderful time with my family. This is my husband's side, but I feel so like at home with them. Even though they're in-laws and all that, you know, it was wonderful. They received my niece from South Carolina. She came up and she felt at home too, and my son, so it was just like being around family, regardless of where they come from. But it was very interesting, very engaging, just loving. But it's good to be back home.
How long have you been married?
7 years.
And how long have y'all been together?
7 years.
Oh,
That's so funny because out the gate, he was ready. That's what I'm saying. When you meet somebody, sometimes guys are ready. You don't gotta wait no long time to get married or whatever. If he's ready, he's ready.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. My
Yeah.
husband said when we was watching something, they were talking about how they knew how that person knew. And
Uh-huh.
he said, when I walked in the door, he knew that I was his wife.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't paying no attention. So
Right, right,
How did he
right.
say he knew? What was it? How did he say? That's interesting. How did he say he knew?
he said, well, they were rehearsing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came in, I just, they were rehearsing kind of up on a stage, and not like a stage, a platform in the space that I was going. And he just said when I walked in, the brother introduced me, and the drummer. And he said just my way of being and stuff. And and then when he found out I was from California, he just my whole vibe, he said,
Oh,
I knew that was my wife. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting because even with my situation, I met him at church, and it was the time when, in church, well, they say greet your neighbor or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Happened to be my neighbor. And so we gave each other a hug, and he was attractive to me. So maybe he felt my feeling about that. I don't know. But anyway, he waited for me after church. He said he wanted to take me out. I mean, it was just like,
Wow.
whoa, okay.
I,
So it was in the plan.
yeah, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so well, let's see. We do have a oracle reading.
Okay.
Let's see how we're gonna go today. Okay, here's our cards. I haven't picked anything yet, so let's see what I can get. Oh, take a minute. All right. Ooh, okay. This is Sekhmet. I don't know if you want, wait, this way. Sekhmet, the wounded healer.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's pretty deep. Okay, all right, wounded healer. Let's see what you got to say to us. All right. Sekhmet, the goddess of wounded healers, of the warrior temple and the fire element. Sekhmet is the fierce ancient Egyptian goddess of war, the sun, and healing. She carries life force in her palm with the power to create or destroy. Her guidance is, heal thyself. Everyone gets your best except you. You are a healer among your tribe. Stop putting your needs last. And the embodiment is, when did you decide to become a martyr? Take a breath. Wounded healers hold sadness, rage, and fears of brokenness. Being a warrior wasn't a choice for our beloved foremothers. They did the best they could, but being a goddess warrior for us is knowing that we have the choice not to fight all the time. True. Deep dive questions. What are your swords? The weapons you use to fight. And what are your shields? The ways you defend yourself. Dare to lay the burdens down along with your swords and shields. And the goddess declaration is, it is safe to put myself first. I'm going to say that again. It is safe to put myself first. Woo, okay, all right. Okay, take a minute to think about that reading. But I would like to ask you all the deep dive questions if you care to share. What are your swords, the weapons you use to fight? And what are your shields, the way you defend yourself? Does anyone care to share? Are you fighting anything, first of all?
Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm fighting.
I'll speak.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I immediately was thinking about you, you, Stacy, and what you're doing. You know, your weapons, your swords and your shield. So how is that coming?
Well, so my sabbatical was my weapons, and going into the miracles, the course in miracles has tremendously helped me with that. And
Great.
the shield has always been for me the word of God. And so I try to use that along with silence, because silence is golden. And I find that when you are up against a lot of things and you don't know what to say, the best thing is to say nothing at all.
Yeah.
That's
And,
so true.
So that's what I'm practicing, to be quiet. And so that's my shield. And the other question was?
Oh,
Sword and your
what are-
shield.
oh, go ahead.
My shield.
Your swords. How do you fight? What do you use to fight with?
Yeah, so again, the word of God. And my shield, oh gosh, I don't know. I'm practicing. I'm doing a lot of practicing. So
Yeah, the
I'm
way you defend yourself. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying. Well, here we go with that word.
Yeah, right.
I'm practicing using peace, the peace of God, because that surpasses all understanding. And when I do that, it helps me to be quiet.
That's right.
And think about His word. And I have this one saying that was on my table. Before you open your mouth and speak, think very clearly about what you're going to say.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, so I'm definitely practicing that.
Thank you for
it
sharing.
is helping.
Appreciate
You're welcome.
that. Anyone else? What are your shields and your swords and your shields? What are you using to fight with? And what are you using to defend yourself with?
You know, I want to say, I think we're all on the battleground in some form or fashion.
Yes.
This is just a very intense energy time for everyone.
It is.
Me personally, I think mouth is my sword. However, I'm like Stacy. I like to be in silence, and this Course of Miracles is definitely something that is teaching us to. I'm a somewhat go within person,
Yes.
but this Course of Miracles is a deep dive.
It really is.
It's a deep dive within. It's a
Right.
deep dive within. And my sword is definitely, I mean, my shield is definitely God. You know, God
Yes.
is always my shield for protection and whatever. But sword, definitely the tongue, because I feel my journey in this life is learning to communicate, striving to communicate better in every way, because I think communication is a breakdown in almost everything. That's what's wrong with the country. We don't communicate. You know, white people are mad at Black folks because they really don't understand us. And they don't take the time to listen. Some of them don't take the time to listen. More listening now, but just communicating with friends, family, and communicating with myself, more important than anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh my.
Self-communication.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
Okay, so I'm gonna say my sword is being quiet and knowing that all will be well. And my shield is Holy Spirit out there doing the damn thing.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that let me see which one would I. One is oh, okay. So I would say that my shield is truth, because when you know what's true, that protects you.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
That sounds
that
right.
will protect you. And yeah. And I would say I'm gonna say that my sword is love.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, love. Because when you operate from love, move from love, unconditional love,
Mm.
that that tears down everything.
It does.
You
It
know,
really does.
you know how some people will be so mean and everything, and you just come from love and it'll break that stuff down.
Yes.
Break
Yes.
it down. It breaks the thing that they have up. And you just like, uh just like when you just grab somebody, they're just all of a sudden you just grab them and hug them.
Yeah.
Love. And
Yeah, that is so
they
true.
just fall right. They just, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Queen. That was good. Great share. Anyone else have anything they fighting with? I mean, you might not be in a fight, maybe, I don't, but normally it's something we are faced with that we need to take a look at, a deeper look, and we got to address it, So how do you do that?
And it doesn't always have to be something really deep and heavy, but
Right.
because we're always having to make a choice in every second. We are making a choice whether to open our mouth and share or not, right? In this moment.
That's true.
We're always making choices. And so it doesn't have to be something devastating where you have to call all the angels and the elders and everybody together. It could just be because one little decision can alter everything.
True.
It can alter and change. I mean, look what is happening in the world. That one decision, when Biden came to that one decision, it sparked off all this stuff. It just sparked. It lifted up people, and it has the, I'm going to say the word enemy, scattering. And like Stacy, you know, when it said, I will cause your enemies to just like bump up against each other. That's what's happening. They just like,
Right.
hit
Right.
each other and stuff. And you will not be harmed. I cause
Right.
all that confusion all around you, and you will not be harmed. I'll cause your enemy to fight amongst themselves.
Now,
Yes.
Will not be harmed. You just
Yes.
stay focused on me, focus on the word, focus on the truth, focus on love, and
right.
all that. You know, like the word right now is, that's weird. The word weird.
Yep.
How can they think like that? That's
I
weird.
know.
That's weird. And when you just one word, that's weird. So, yeah,
I call that a checkmate move.
girl. Did not see that coming. And I think of it as a Trojan horse.
Right.
Keep it quiet, and then
Yeah.
it slides in. You don't even
Don't
know.
even know it.
So busy. You're so busy being busy.
Busy being weird.
Yeah, being weird, right? And so
Checkmate. Yep.
Well,
check
thank
it.
you, Segment. We're going to thank Segment, the wounded healer, for
Yeah,
bringing thoughts to our mind.
Ashe.
Great. Okay, well, you know, today we're going to have a discussion about, I'm going to tell the topic, resistance to health and wellness remedies that are new and different. Sometimes we're resistant. I'm going to give you a background story to this. You know, me being a proponent of health, I've come across people in my walks of life, and I mean, I've heard it at least many times, but I want to talk about a couple of them. One lady was like, I do not want to know if I ever have cancer or something. I don't want to know about it. If I have it, just let me go. But I don't want to hear about it. I said, wow, okay. And then somebody else this past week shared with me that I was giving blood analysis to my family. And she was like, I don't want to know what's in my blood. I don't want, if it's going to tell me something, I don't want to know about it. I said, wow, okay. That was just weird to me. So it stuck in my mind. So I said, I wonder how my sisters, my Elizabeth, feel about when they come into feelings of resistance to hearing, just even hearing, doing anything to bring awareness to what's happening in your body. It's new or different, some remedies that are different. I mean, herbs, they're not new, but in this time frame, we go to the doctors, for prescriptions that we rely on, but herbs are like, oh, what's that? I mean, we know what it is, but it's just foreign. It's something new for this time. But grandmas and all that, they knew about herbs. They used them. So does anyone care to share?
I've never been a big medicine taker.
Okay.
Um, I just never have been. Never have been. And so herbs and natural remedies to me, I just want to know what I should be taking.
Okay.
Because and I go to the doctor to find out what's going on with me. Like
Okay.
right now, my arm it aches and my shoulder and it's like, and I'll put the pass on there, those sticky pain relievers, and that
Uh-huh.
for a minute. but I want to know. So when I go to the doctor on the 5th, I want to know. I want whatever you have to do. You take X-rays. I want to know what's going on, and then I want to know what I can do naturally, to alleviate it. I do feel that mucus and inflammation is a big cause of what's going on with me. That's why, I decided to cut out chicken from my, because chicken has, well, not all the way, because I do love chicken, but just not have it so much, And yesterday I went to Jimmy John's and I got their veggie wrap. It was
Okay.
really good. I said, but I can do it myself, but I just, I want to eat more live or, more live foods.
Wonderful.
I think that would really help. But I think because I can tell when I eat chicken and I wake up in the morning, that nodule of phlegm,
Yes.
cough up. I already know that's what it caused it. And when I cut chicken out like that, I don't get that phlegm like
Okay.
that. So
I feel the same way. That happens to me the same way.
So I know it's the inflammation. That's what's going on, and So,
Well,
I do believe. I just want to know what to take. So again, I'll go over the blood analysis that Dr. Nikki did, and I will really look at it. And
if you want to share something with me as far as what she shared with you, if you want me to do research, I got good information on everything about that blood analysis. So
okay, all right,
let me know.
Okay.
Well, good. Thank you for sharing, Mama Evelyn. Oh,
what do those blood analysis cost?
300.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw one, it was about 500.
Oh, okay. No, 300 for me.
Yeah, Nikki was nice. She was nice enough because I didn't have 300.
Okay.
What can you afford? At the time, it was the first conference. Well, the first in-person conference we did at the church.
Yes.
And I had been making some money that day. So
Okay. All right. That's right. Yeah.
I was able to do that.
Yeah, but if you ever need it redone, because the blood changes every 4 months, you get a resurgence of blood. So it's renewed. So it needs to be checked to see if it's gotten better from your decision to change your diet and all that. You should see if that blood is better now. So, and I'll give you the same deal she did, whatever you can afford. So if you want to do it, I will.
You actually do it, Deitra?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, you're alive now. Oh.
Yeah, y'all stimulate me so.
So what would it take for her to do it long distance? What would you have her to do?
That's a good question, because I could have did it when I saw her, but I do have a little kit that I can send to you. You can get the blood and send it back to me. But I haven't used that yet. Normally, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You haven't used it in what?
But right, I haven't used it. But normally what I do is I tell people, if you can give me 2 other people to do a blood analysis, I will travel to you. I will fly on a plane to where you are and do your blood analysis. And if you can get me connected with 2 more people, that's good. We'll be good. Yours is free.
That's interesting because I'm taking a product and it's documented that it can reverse your aging, not anti-aging, but it reverses your aging 10 to 20 years, documented. Right. So, and you can tell through your blood
Ooh, that would be interesting to see.
So yeah,
Thank you
that's
for telling me
interesting.
about that, because I'm taking it to whatever you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just found that out. It's documented. It reverses. It doesn't anti-age. It's a difference.
Right.
So, after taking it so long, I'll probably get that done.
Okay, wonderful.
Share the
Great.
difference, Joy.
Um, Reversing aging is going backwards. It reverses your age is 10 to 20 years. So the body inside is 10 to 20 years younger, according to documentation. Anti-aging is slowing the aging down so you don't age as fast.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good talk.
So you want to go back to teenage years?
My goal is to die healthy. That's my goal. Because we're all going to die. So if I'm 101, I want to still be able to get around and have my mind,
Yes.
have my dad is 90. He lives on his
Yes.
own. Most people at 90 don't live on their own.
Right.
He still drives. You know what I'm saying? He still thinks. That's how I want to be.
Yeah.
And it's not about it's about the quality of life that you have while you're on this planet. Because we're all gonna let this body go eventually.
Eventually.
It's just about the quality of life. And I want a good quality of life as long as I'm here.
Right. Right.
Until my number's called.
Yeah.
You know what? I've heard from I heard Jewel Fulcrum. She's out of Detroit. She said dying is a disease, and that we might have to leave this earth per se, but still you don't have to die with a disease or anything. So I'm actually gonna I think August 11th and 12th they're gonna have a talk. Wait a minute, who is on here with me? Oh, she's not on here. Oh goodness. But yeah, they're gonna have a talk. It's gonna be Jewel and a whole bunch of, I'll put it on WhatsApp so everybody can be familiar with it. But she was talking like, we gotta think this thing differently, think about it differently, but you are right, Joy, we don't have to go out of here with a lot of pain and drugs up and
or sitting looking out the window and can't do anything.
right.
It's trapped in the body or having dementia.
Yeah.
Right.
That's no way to live. And I've seen
No.
so many people. I've worked in the hospital. I've seen so many people like that. It's unfortunate. And a lot of things are attributed to these foods we're eating.
Yeah.
That's right.
A lot of these illnesses, not all of them, and there's no remedy. I think the key to good life is eat right, exercise, and take good supplements. And your body's always changing. So, you have to constantly look into new supplements that are out there.
That's
Right.
true.
And thinking,
Go ahead.
but the way you're thinking, the way you're loving, and all that. My 3 of my friends that are dealing with dementia, or when I talk to their kids, I said, well, how's your mom? Then you see them change, like the young lady just recently. And so I was just, she said she has dementia. She's like bedridden. And I'm like, whoa. So I was telling Fame, who knows them as well. And I told Fame, I said, I'm not going to do you like that. I'm not going to do that to you. When I'm ready, I'm just going to say, I'm through. Go to sleep. Something I wouldn't want to say that to him, or when people just all of a sudden gone.
Right.
That versus somebody got to take care of you, and
Right.
and you got to watch it, and you don't know the people and stuff like that. That's my plan. So, but it's more than just eating. It's more than just that. We got to really, in how we're thinking and understanding the power that we have, and understanding the, I don't know if, I think Joy, you said you went to Joe Dementia. Have you, or, well, somebody has, anyway. I am so interested in going and seeing, because I've been listening to him and the tests that they do on people when they come there.
Oh, Joe Dispenza. Okay.
Dispenza, I said it wrong. Yeah, and oh, you said you've gone to
Tony Robbins.
Tony, yeah. But yeah, Joe, and when he has a 2-hour interview with this guy, and
Yeah, Joe was deep.
really breaks that down and gets really good understanding of the power that we have in our thinking, and our knowing who we are. I believe that it's Isis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she has this one thing where she says, who are you? Who are you? And you start saying all this other stuff. It says, who is God? And then that, what you said over there doesn't match, and you are one with God. So
Right.
are you this? Are you that? Are you I am? Are you I am? Or are you all this other stuff that we put into our psyche of being, is God sick? Is God, just all of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like that one I was sharing about my revelation. I'm not going to share it right now, but just knowing now more of why I do the things I do, that's who I am. And so why, and coming to Detroit, coming to this earth, I'm tapping more into who I am as I am. But I forgot that when I came here, and I've been always thinking like that. But then when things didn't work out in this dimension, then it's like, oh man, you forget.
Right.
You have to relearn all of that stuff, and it has to come back, but you don't know where is that coming from. Why do I think like that? Why did I tell my mom as a child, you were supposed to wait until you got rich before you had me. My visions and dreams have always been beyond the amount of money and resources that were available.
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing I would like to share, last week, I came up with a thought, and you guys can share with me, because I want to know, am I thinking right when I say this? But I came up with a statement. Every choice is toward life or death. Every choice to think, eat, whatever actions, all of it is a choice towards life or death. No, you can share your thoughts on that. Because it makes it really every second, every thought, is a choice towards life or death. I feel that way.
Yeah.
And
Well, in the Bible, it says, you have a choice, and then he said, choose life.
Right.
Choose life, and I agree with you, Deitra, every choice. And some we don't know that
exactly. We don't know.
But those things that we know, like what we eat.
Yes. Yep, that potato chip or that cookie or whatever. We know that ain't no good. We already know.
So when you take it, you just like, okay.
Right.
I also think you don't have to be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
I think you can make a better choice of chip. There's people out there that make the snack foods that we love that also want to see us healthy. But if you eat that little bag of chips, and then you go have a big salad, I just don't be so hard on yourself that you say, oh no, I can't have that. No, I think you have to say in the moment, yeah, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna pray over it, and that's gonna be that. Or
I'm gonna cleanse. I'm gonna do a fast.
So you can only do it moment by moment. in this moment, I really want more vegetables right now. I
Mhm.
really, I really don't want to eat that. And that's what I find myself doing. And also, I wanted to say that I have been not writing it down, but just grateful. Could you know how grateful I am to be almost 70 and can get in a car and go where I want to go and be present to what's happening around me, but peaceful in my driving. And then, I said, wow, I said, how many almost, 69-year-olds can go get them a veggie sub and, you know, and drive as well as I do. I'm a great driver. So it's like, because there's so many. And I'm gonna say, because I remember, because Juanita's ex-husband, he would take RJ to school, and his driving was a roller coaster. So I put on my driving teacher hat and say, Mr. Sheldon, I really think you should get into that middle lane.
All right, right.
And I just said, and then I remember having to retire my dad from driving. No, Dad, no, because when you make that left turn and I'm in the car with oncoming traffic, like right this close, no, we're not doing that. No.
Right.
That split decision that you have to make, when I can't make it safely anymore, I don't want to drive. But as long as I can drive, I really enjoy it.
Well, good.
Star has something to say.
Hey, Star.
Hello. Sometimes I take my messages from movies. There's a movie, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Queen Latifah, LL Cool J, where she's working in a store, and she's eating healthy and all of this stuff, working on losing weight and stuff. And then she gets this message that she's going to die.
Oh yeah, I know that movie.
So she decides to turn in her IRAs and all of that stuff. And so she's going to enjoy her life because she only has a certain amount of time. And the message that I take from that is she was so busy trying to be healthy and all of that stuff that she was not enjoying her life.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to be healthy or working on things to be healthy is cool. However, if you're not enjoying yourself while you're doing it, what is the purpose?
Ooh.
The purpose
I hear
God
that.
wants for us is for us to be happy. Okay. So like Mama Evelyn said, don't be so hard on yourself. Be happy and enjoy what it is that you're doing.
I hear you. It's just when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what makes me happy? I mean, eating some chips, is that really making me happy, or am I just doing, or I'm just using chips for an example, but um it's a perspective, It could be totally enjoyable doing nothing. I mean, am I thinking? So it's really what makes you what's joyful,
Yeah.
because it's
At the
interesting.
moment.
Yes.
I do nothing right now. That's it's okay.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that there are people who have, it's not a lot, okay, but some people it depends on where they live, what the atmosphere is and stuff, and they drink, they do all this stuff, and they live past 100, and they still
Right.
dancing, and they're full of joy because they're in their heart. They love everybody. It's their heart. They just filled with love, and they bless their food and gone about their business. So you got to know for yourself, each individual, like health and wellness for you, Deitra, is very important. That's part of your mission on life, is helping not only yourself but everybody else. And so as you see other people in their
Journey.
or, you know, or whatever they're going through, you're like, if more people could just blah, 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 get this, and get this, and get this. And then you have some people who they're not going to give that up, and they're happy with wherever they are, you know.
Right.
But that thing that, well, one, you know, you had brought up your people that you've encountered that don't want to know.
Right.
Don't want to know. That I was thinking about in the Matrix, where he says ignorance is bliss. It
Right.
also
Right.
says
Right.
my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because you could have fixed that if you knew that, you know.
Right.
So you got to have that balance of, you know, what I do, like Mama Evelyn was saying, I want to know, but I don't want to fix it in that way. I want
Right.
to do it holistically so that I know what I need to stop doing, you know, like those people who eat according to their blood type, right? And then some people, I don't care what my blood type is, I'm not going to eat that, you know. I'm not going to eat anything that had a face on it. So you just have to find out what works for you and what don't. And then some things where they say, when I was saying about Joe Dispenza, where it
Yeah.
said it's irreversible, they once they found out and did all those tests, all of that is reversible. You can get rid of all of that because it's in our thinking and how we created that. And it doesn't, according to what his experience with all these people, it doesn't have to be a long drawn out. Well, you know, it took you this long for it to happen to you. It's going to take that long for the healing. Okay, well, if that's what we are creating as our belief and our subscription, no, prescription, then so be it. But it is that when he was saying that those things that we would call a miracle, you go, and I've been in those sessions at church where somebody lay your hands and they healed of this and they get up and walk and all that. But there is something that happens in the body that causes that, and for it not to show up again, you know. So we call it miracle, but he was saying how they saw it scientifically, you know, by testing people as those things was happening. Anyway, I do want to go and, you know, really sit in that type of training. Lakeisha?
Yeah, when I was meditating this morning, um, I was listening to Louise Hayes, and she was saying, talking about a lot about loving yourself, being gentle with yourself, being patient with yourself, being patient, like, be patient just because don't be so hard on yourself. Like, oh, I ate this. No, just be patient with yourself. Just love yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just be patient, with yourself. Another thing, you had mentioned, so, people don't realize that music can heal. Like music can heal. Like my smart TV is my best friend. Like to just like yesterday, even this morning, I was laying down because they have music to heal your whole entire body. Like, it doesn't matter what you have going on. If you have cancer, that's megahertz 10,000. You can listen to that and heal your cancer. Put your chakras back in alignment. If you have a headache, if you have pain, if you just go on there and meditate, it is music for it that lasts for hours while you sleep. Like it
Yeah.
really, really does work. I mean, it really does work. So, if you're stressed, if you have anxiety, there's music and meditation. All you have to do is just lay down or whatever, get comfortable and just listen to it, for even for your memory. You're going through all times. It's music for all of that. So I just wanted to say that.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Lakeisha.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's some good stuff.
truly.
Good stuff. Yeah. It's just learning, which is why I'm super, 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 super duper, 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 duper excited about what's about to happen, what we're creating at the shop, because one of the Sundays from 1 to 4, from 1 to 4 is about being responsible for your own life, being responsible for your own soul, your spirit, being responsible, not leaving it in the hands of other people to tell you, but actually taking responsibility and learning and sharing as well. And so like on Sundays from 1 to 4, especially the body, soul, and spirit, which is going to be Nawili, and just being able to learn from all the different the vegan food and the kitchen, and sometimes the kitchen they may serve, I told them absolutely no pork and no beef, but they might, when they're doing their thing, they may have chicken or something like that, or fish, but just the knowledge that is going to be being shared there. And then as people come in, you have a client that comes and sits in your chair. You've been doing their hair for 10 years and you didn't know that they specialize in something that will bring knowledge of healing, or knowledge of politics, or knowledge of your children going through some changes and stuff. You don't know that because we're not sharing. And that's why one of the reasons why we call it the Lizzie's Conversation Kitchen.
Okay.
It's the conversation where we get to share. So I am so looking forward. My husband really is into food. He watches these food channel now. The food channels, they do have all they cook and
Right.
butt and pork this and beef that and everything. But he really is into that a lot of the men, a lot of male chefs. So being able to do some things with him and learning with him and being in my own kitchen, as we learn these particular things,
That's nice.
I really am. I'm super excited about what's happening, the dancing classes and all of that stuff that's going to be happening at the loft. Really, really, really. And yeah, because I'm gonna live a long life.
Yeah, you got a lot to do.
And yeah, and like when it was prophesied to me that, and then when I walked away and Spirit said, "Now how you live it is up to you. It's up to you." Now, even Kevorkian, I don't know if y'all remember the Kevorkian days where he
Yes.
helping people die.
Yeah.
Yes.
He won't be able to help you. That's what the Spirit told him. He won't be able to get you out of here. So take care of your body. Take
Yes.
care of the vessel, because you're going to be here a long time. Now, will the body be laid out on the bed? And because let me tell you, oh my God, I cannot be subjected to my son. As far as food is concerned, I would be eating McDonald's every day. I cannot do that.
Right.
When was the last time you cooked a meal for the kids? And he looking, thinking back, can you take me by McDonald's? And I'm like, oh.
I know, right.
And then when he say, Pepsi, oh, I'll be like this all the time. He said, well,
Right.
Mama, they have more sugar in the juices than they have in Pepsi. I'm like, oh my God, there got to be something else. Can you just give them some water, put some lemon squeeze?
Right.
Anyway, that's just what that is. But bless the food,
Yes.
bless whatever you're doing, and move on.
That's true. That's true. We are actually on the hour, so I don't want to
Yeah, 3
move
minutes.
past. Yeah. But is there anything else anyone wants to share? I just want to state this, Lolly, that video of you dancing with the baby was wonderful.
Yeah.
was lovely. I truly enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I missed it. Where y'all see that at? Where can I see that at, Lolly?
It's called WhatsApp.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on Instagram too. I
You
can
can
send
go
it.
directly to WhatsApp and get it.
Just go straight to WhatsApp. That's so funny.
WhatsApp.
Okay. Let me go to WhatsApp, find out what's been going on.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
That's funny.
It was beautiful. It was the best reveal I've ever, seen. That was just so beautiful. And the poetry that what you wrote and stuff and the thinking and,
I know.
mhm.
And Queen, what was that about the upside down something?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a picture that I had taken. I didn't even notice there's a rainbow right on the building.
Oh,
And
okay.
Lolly has a song called Upside Down Rainbow.
Oh,
And Upside Down Rainbow is a smile. So
okay.
right on my building, there's a upside down rainbow
Okay.
and it's a smile. So God is smiling on my business.
Yes,
I mean, it's
wonderful.
really from one window to the next window. It doesn't go into the other neighbors' windows, just right there. And then you
On
can
yours.
see the fade of like as though it was turned upside down.
Okay.
And so that song. So
Oh, neat. Okay.
Danielle has given me a project and fussed at me about not posting it. And
Of course. Of course.
yeah, I'm going to do that, but it really is beautiful. There's some other things that's been happening where I know it was just spirit. And I said, do you see that? Do you see that? And they're like, no, no. And I can see it just as clear. So I'm getting more and more sensitive, and God is trusting me with more and more.
But thank you for sharing that, because I wasn't sure about how that correlates to anything, but I understand now, truly.
You are so cute.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyone else has anything to share? We can hug ourselves and love ourselves. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's give ourselves a hug. And then hug the world. Ooh, world, we love you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let's sprinkle down some goodness and some joy and some peace and healing. How about that? Woo-hoo.
Good
And
choice.
I love you guys. I mean, I love you, everybody. I'm like, let me watch my words.
Peace out. Love you.
All right, peace.